Do I want to sit into the chair or is that good?
You can sit in the chair if you want to. I mean, it's whatever's more comfortable for you. If you just want to lean against it.
Yeah. Just sunscreen on the chair.
Oh, yes.
No, because I'll put it on.
We have our wireless flip. Yep. Let me know when you guys are good. You ready to rock?
Yep.
Get in, get out. Let's go. All right, here with Minjee Lee at the Meijer LPGA Classic for Simply Give in the press room. First time we've seen you since a, pretty important win a couple weeks ago at the U.S. Women's Open presented by ProMedica. We were at Pine Needles. It was an incredible victory. You just kind of put the pedal down and never let it go. Mm-hmm. Walk me through that win and what the last week or two has been like for you, being a major champion again.
I mean, no, it's been such a cool thing, winning the U.S. Women's Open has always been, one of my biggest goals and a thing that I've always dreamed about winning. So it was just extra special, and to be able to win at Pine Needles with Webby winning there as well, I think it was extra special. But yeah, I had a really good week off last week. My coach and my brother came into town and we got to hang out and do a little bit of training as well. So no, I feel like it's been a really quick turnaround, but here we are now.
And I think one of the most heartwarming parts of that victory was some of Minwoo's social media posts. I mean, for you and your family and for you and him, like what does it mean to again see you win another major championship?
I mean, I think maybe for my brother it's a bit of motivation. He's at the US Open right now, so I feel like he's really ready to go, and he would really love a great week. And I don't know, I think they're just really proud of me and just really happy for me, and just they have been, since my dad's been in Perth and my mom's probably was in Korea, so they've been up at odd hours of the day to watch it. So no, I think they were really happy.
What was the reaction from some of your fellow Australian counterparts? I've seen a lot of them out here this week. I mean, what's the reaction been like in general?
I mean, super supportive. I mean, everybody's been saying well done and congrats, so it's just really nice. And yeah, everybody's just giving me hugs, and I've just been really feeling the love.
And this season's hit a little bit different for you. You've had 2 wins in the course of 3 weeks, and then you come here to the Meijer LPGA. I know you haven't played here a bunch. Mm-hmm. I mean, what's been working so well for you in 2022, and what's been different this year?
I'm not sure what has been too different, but I feel like my prep hasn't been too different at all, especially over the off season. I still did all my training and all my gym stuff, and everything's been kind of the same, but I feel like my ball striking has really come on this time round. I feel like it's been quite solid, but not everything has kind of clicked all together, like my putting and my chipping and shots and my driving, everything together. But maybe the last 2 out of the 3 weeks, everything has come a little bit clicked together a bit better. So maybe that's been it.
What about mentally? Has there been anything that's been just different? Do you feel different? Is there something that you come into every tournament and like every event you've played, I've got a chance to win?
I think if you're striking the ball well and been really consistent, I think mentally you're going to be in a good headspace. So I think everything works hand in hand. So I feel like I've been really happy. So happy personally. So maybe that is what has made me happy on the course as well. So I feel like if you're internally happy, then you're able to play a bit more freely and with a bit more freedom. So yeah.
Before we open it up, been here 3 times. Your best finish is a T16 back in 2019. What is it about, what do you think of Blythefield? I don't know if you've been out to play today, but just walk me through the golf course and kind of your thoughts about it.
I played 9 holes today, but I think maybe because of the rain or it's playing a little bit softer, so maybe the fairways just kind of stopping up, not too much roll. Even the greens feel like a little bit more spin. A little bit more spin and a bit softer than usual, but I feel like there's a lot of holes that you can really be aggressive on here, so I think the scoring will be quite low this week.
It generally is out here, and just specifically a couple of holes out there. On risk reward, you're obviously the leader, but the par 5 14th is that risk reward hole. What are your thoughts about that hole, and why does it, why is it such a good test of whether to go for it or lay up?
I actually played it today, so there is a bunker on the right and there's also a water hazard on the left. So I think just driving it, if you get on the fairway, obviously you can go for the green. You probably I had hybrid in today, but maybe it could be, if it's downwind, maybe 5-iron to a 5-wood. So, and the green is also quite undulated, so there's a runoff on the front, on the back, left as well. So I think it's just a good hole in general for a risk and reward hole. If you're not going for it, it's still kind of a hard pitch shot in. So in terms of that, I think there's the risk there. And obviously if you go for it and get it on the green and can make a 2-putt or a 1-putt, it's the reward. So, yeah.
Awesome. Juan?
So we were talking about how strong the field is this week. I mean, a lot of top players, a lot of major winners like you. So do you think this is a good preparation for the 3 majors coming up soon?
I mean, I definitely think so. I think regardless of being preparation or anything like that, I think we come into every tournament trying to win and trying to play our best. So I think either way, it's going to be a great week, and obviously it's following up to KPMG. So I think the field is very strong this week.
Talking about majors, I mean, I wanted you to talk a little bit about Evian last year.
Oh, Evian, yeah.
And then your memories of that. I mean, how important was that for you?
I feel like just monkey off the back. I really didn't. I didn't really think about it going into the tournament. Like I was kind of coming off Dow, and it was really kind of a fun event, and I just had really good memories with Yuka, and it was just, I went there and my clubs actually didn't come until Wednesday and I was like, oh God. But no, I felt really happy there, and obviously it's great there, just the views and just the atmosphere, it's really lovely. So I was just in a really good headspace, and I just wanted to have a good week, and obviously being so far back on the final day, I was like, let's just make as many birdies as I could. So I was kind of more in an aggressive mode than, like at US Open, I was kind of keeping the lead. So it was a little bit different situation, but I still had, I still had a great week, and it was really fun.
Any specific moments of that week, on the course? I mean, you were saying being aggressive,
on the golf course?
Yeah.
I just think my tournament really started on the playoff hole, so I just remember what it felt like just to hit that shot in, the second shot in, and just what it felt like when I hold that last putt to win. So I think that was just extra special for me.
Jeff, behind me.
When you win a tournament as big as the one you just won, what's the mix of fatigue from a long, grueling week and the energy you pull from it? What's that mix like?
I mean, you kind of come crashing after that adrenaline high, I think. I had 2 days off, and it felt like I never really got off that until the end of the week. So, it's just really, really tough week at the US Open. That extra pressure, all the fans. Obviously it's nice to have like a big fan base, but and the crowds. But I feel like those extra eyes give you a little bit more pressure. So I feel like it's just kind of builds and builds and builds until the end of the week, and then afterwards I was really, really tired going back home.
You talked about the ball striking has been good this year, and then it went up a notch. What would you put your finger on there? What's the little thing that clicked?
I feel like I've always been quite of a good ball striker, so that has been a big part of my game, which has really helped me. But I'm not really sure. I knew it was already good, so I think maybe just a little bit more belief that I could really pull it off every time I play. And also, like my driving, I'm hitting a little longer, so I obviously have a little bit shorter clubs into the greens. So I'm sure that has really helped as well.
I mean, how much more confidence does it give you too? If you look at this season, you've had 2 top 5s, 2 wins. I don't know if you've had a finish outside the top 30. I mean, what kind of a season do you feel? I mean, how do you feel about the season so far? I mean, obviously it's been a super successful one, but are you still pushing? Is there still more things you want to try to accomplish?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't quite reached all my goals yet, so I'm not gonna ease off on my training or anything. Like I'm still gonna work extra hard, and I think winning the U.S. Open has been great, and it's really cool. But I still have a few things that I want to tick off my list. So I'm head down, bum up still. Yeah.
Terrific.
Kind of following off that, I mean, you won your last 2 stroke play events. How do you just?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Because the match play was the one in
match play,
between, yeah. How do you describe where your game is at right now? I mean, is this the best you've ever played?
Probably I'm in the best kind of place, I think, like in terms of like I'm still working on everything. I put so many hours just to put myself in those kind of situations. So it feels like it's in a good place right now. I feel pretty solid, but I still feel like I have a few things that I want to sharpen up. So yeah, I know I'm still very motivated to get better.
And coming back here, I was just looking at your trips here. It looks like only once in the last 4 tournaments here. Why did you come back this season? I
mean, really, I don't have anything that I don't like about this place. It's just the scheduling has not been right for me, and this year it seems to be good. I took obviously shot right off, and then I've got 2 events this kind of stretch left, so it just happened to fit in my schedule this year.
I want to hear from Emily.
Hi.
Hi.
Have you practiced yet out there?
I have. I played 9 holes today.
Okay. Did you hit 14?
I did.
Okay. What'd you think of it? That's our AN risk reward.
Oh yeah. What I said before, but
Sorry.
oh
okay.
no.
I didn't know you should ask.
Yeah.
I was late to the party.
Do you still want me to answer it, or?
If you want to.
I mean, I think it's a great AN. I mean, obviously it's a great risk and reward hole. I don't know if I have anything else to say.
How do you feel about leading?
How do I feel about leading?
How have you managed that? How do you feel about that?
I mean, obviously good. I mean, I actually haven't really thought too much about it because I go into every hole trying to play it the best way that I can. So obviously the par 5s I can be pretty aggressive. So every par 5 I try to play it aggressively and try to make a birdie, and I'm sure everybody else does too. So it just happens to be one of the Aon risk reward holes. So I'm happy to be able to be leading so far in the season, and because I'm an Aon ambassador, it's special.
And then just final question to wrap it up. Here at the Meijer LPGA Classic, they place a heavy emphasis on giving back to the community. Mm-hmm. Planning events like these, I mean, what does that mean to you to be able to? I feel like you tee it up week in, week out, and you don't always get to see the palpable impact you make in communities. Right. What does it mean for you this week in particular to kind of get to see that impact? I mean, as players, we try to do the best that we can to give back, but I'm not really sure that we are able to see what like the sponsors do to give back, and it's just great that Meijer is able to have that kind of thing, and it's just, I think it's special that we're able to be a part of it. Thanks, Minjee. Good luck this week.
I don't know if I answered that good.
Oh, you're fine.